Hi, everyone, and welcome to the St. Tammany Parish Library's Canva webinar. Today, we are going to be designing a holiday card using the free website Canva. Canva is a website in which you can create professional quality designs, and it's easy and free. Now, of course, there are aspects to Canva that are paid, but today we are just going to be talking about the free aspects. My name is Amanda. Again, I'm the reference librarian at the Causeway branch of the St. Tammany Parish Library. If you have any questions after the webinar about things that we learned or you want to talk more, please feel free to email me. My email is ref-amanda@stpl.us. I'm going to go ahead and put that in the chat. Oh, I'm sorry, ref-causeway@stpl.us. I have the wrong email. Give me 1 second. There we go, ref-causeway@stpl.us if you need to get in touch with me. So today, like I said, we're going to be creating a holiday card with Canva. Now, on Canva, you can kind of do lots of different things. So I'm going to start off just by showing you this kind of intro. This is the homepage. This is just canva.com. We're not logged in. And as you can see, it kind of gives you a couple different ideas of what the different features are. So if we scroll down just slightly, you can see where you can create a design, and you can choose a format, for example, poster, presentation, video, Instagram post, social media, or you can kind of go into more specialized things. So you can start with template presentations, video presentations. These are really, really cool if you do any sort of online marketing. If you have a small business, you can kind of put your own quotes onto these videos, and they're almost like free marketing software type things. So for example, if you maybe were a nanny, you could use this this free video software, put your own information in there, and you can post it on your website. Instagram posts as well, social media posts, reports, posters, Facebook posts, all different sorts of stuff. They have a great blend of marketing tools as well as personal tools. Today, we're going to be talking more about the personal side of it because holiday cards are fun. I think that it's something that's kind of fallen to the wayside a little bit. I'm sure that I'm not alone in saying that I get less Christmas cards or fewer Christmas cards than I used to. But with Canva, what's nice is you can kind of create Christmas cards and bring them into the digital age. And what I mean by that is what's great about Canva is any design that you make that's free, you also get free downloads. So what you can do is when you're finished with a design, you can download it onto your computer and simply email it out to all of your friends. Canva also gives you the option to order cards. So if you enjoy Canva's format, but still prefer sending cards through the post office, you can order cards from them. They're fairly inexpensive. And you can choose your types of paper and stuff like that. But again, today we're going to be talking mostly about or exclusively about the free aspects. So first we're going to log into Canva. So you have a login button here in the top right, as well as a sign up. To sign up for an account with Canva, it's very simple. You simply need your email address and the password. That's it. It's not going to ask you for a lot of personal information. You can also log in with your Google account or Facebook account if that is your preferred way of signing up for things. So let's go ahead and get logged in, and then I'll go ahead and show you what this page looks like. So once you're logged in, as you can see to the left, Canva actually kind of remembers what you have. So it becomes a more personalized site. So you can see all of your designs, recent designs, designs that are shared with you. That's great if you guys are, like I said, part of a business and you want to collaborate with people. You can actually set up a team, is what it's called on Canva, and you can put multiple email addresses, and all of those email addresses can have access and edit the same cards or posts or things like that. A brand kit, that's more of a Canva Pro feature, folders, and then trash. So if we go to all of my designs, we can see different things that we've made for the library. And then this, of course, is the card that we're going to be making today if you haven't seen it yet. So I'll just click that for you. So today, if you didn't happen to take a look at the event flyer, we are going to be making a holiday card, a pink festive cat holiday card with pictures of my cat, Twy, because why not? So this is what we're going to be making today, but it's definitely not going to start out looking this way. So we're going to learn all about the different features of Canva and how to get started and how to use cards with templates, how to manipulate elements on Canva and really make creative and unique designs. So just to show you the top bar of Canva, when you are going to get started with a design, you have the top bar, which has the templates, your features, and then some help tutorials and blogs and courses. And then you can look into the different types of paid subscriptions if you are, like I said, looking for business or something like that. But templates is really where I like to start and where you'll probably like to start as well. So with templates, social media, Instagram story, Instagram post, Facebook cover photo, Facebook video, Pinterest graphic. You know, there's so many different options. And if you use social media, you'll know how important this is. Because if you've ever have a cute picture of your family and then you go and make it your cover photo on Facebook, and all of a sudden it's like a zoomed in two people's eyes and you're missing the whole picture, or it's really stretched out and it just doesn't look right, it's because the formatting size is not right. Canva, what's nice is if you start with one of these templates, we'll automatically get that size formatting set for you. So it's a great place to start if you're going to be doing something like that and making a personalized post. We also have personal types of things like invitations, cards, resumes, postcards, a planner, or a t-shirt, business things, presentations, websites, logos, business cards, invoices, proposals, marketing, poster, flyer, infographic, brochure, education, trending stuff. In the trending category is kind of interesting. You'll see things like Halloween flyers, since it's Halloween, Christmas cards, since we're coming up onto the holiday season, iOS templates for Mac and iPhone devices, YouTube intros, since that's been so popular recently. So it's a really just great website. They really try to get you started. So today we are going to be making a holiday card. So let's start with we do a postcard or card? We'll do a card. Let's see. So you start off with card templates. It says, choose from our collection of card designs perfect for every occasion. Now, this is another place where you have even more customization options before you even get started. As you can see, they give you quite a few different options for what type of card you're going to be making. Get well soon, congratulations, baby shower, and there's more here behind the arrow. You can simply browse random templates to see what looks good. You can start from total scratch, or you can choose a color. So if you know, say you're making something for a wedding or a birthday party and you're not really sure what you want it to look like, but you know the person's favorite color is purple. You can click on purple and you can view cards that have purple as the main theme. Today we're going to be making a holiday card, so let's take a look at those templates there. And what's nice about Canva, again, is the variety, because as you can see, you know, holiday card, you've got warm hugs from a snowman, summer adventure, Christmas stuff. And if you look at the different cards, you can kind of get a grasp of what sorts of things you could put on them. So for example, this wish you were here card, this you could just keep here, and then you could just simply put in your own 3 pictures of a vacation you went on, and you're set to go. That would probably take you about 5 minutes to do that entire card, because you would start from this image here and just re-upload your pictures and send it on the way. So it's a great way to do that. There's all different types of stuff. There's cute little elements, thank you cards with really pretty designs. I really like this one personally, the bask in the holiday glow with the little presents. There's all different sorts of stuff here on Canva. So many cute cards. But of course, as somebody with a cat, I was attracted to the Have a Perfect Christmas card, which we see here to the right. So we're going to go ahead and click on that one to get started. So it tells me the dimensions. It's 7.5 inches, and we just select that we want to use this template. But as you can see, that's much different than the card that we actually ended up with. This card is much plainer. The elements are big. There's not really room for putting in your own photos, which is why I kind of wanted to start with this template, because I'm going to show you how we can start with a template like this and get to our final project, which is hidden. Give me 1 second. Let me just move it because I can't get to it with the Zoom password, which is hidden here. So we went from this template, sorry, I'm changing my order again, from this template here to this template here. And it was very easy. So that's what we're going to go through today. So we're going to start here with this template. So we're going to talk about element manipulation, uploading photos, backgrounds, and fonts are the main things we're going to talk about when making a holiday card. Because those are really the key elements to customize your card to make it really what you want. So starting with here, first thing when I thought of this card is I knew that I wanted to put in my own photos. So I had a couple options. I didn't really want to get rid of these cute little cats that were on the card because it's what attracted me to the card in the first place. But I needed room for my photos. So I was like, I wish that my photos could go here in the middle, but then I wouldn't have any room. If you notice, whenever I hover over one of these pictures, these thin blue lines appear. So Canva automatically, when you start with one of their templates, allows you to manipulate each element individually. And an element is something like this cat or this box of font. So to start just with the font, see, when you click on it, you have all these options. You can resize it to make it bigger or smaller. You can rotate it for however you want to do that, or you can simply move it. So I'm going to move it to the top. And I want you to also notice these pink lines that keep appearing in the middle of the screen and to the top of the screen. Canva will let you know when you are automatically lined up with the center of the screen by showing you. So right there is exactly center of the screen for the Christmas card. And I just really like that feature because sometimes when you're working on something and you're like, gosh, it just looks that little bit off. It's like, oh, well, that's why it was a little bit not centered. So we'll just get started there and we'll just move our cats to the bottom of the page for now. So we have a little bit more room. Okay, so let's start with the cats. So they're too big right now, obviously. We want room for, I like to put 3 pictures or 1 big picture, but I like a medley of 3 pictures. So the cats are too big. So simple enough, you can make them much bigger or much smaller. It's that easy, and you can so you can keep what you want in the design without really going through the fuss of having to pick a new design. I know that if any of you often buy Christmas cards at the store, I think our family likes to use, Walgreens, Sam's, CVS. A lot of times what you see is what you get, and you can put your own photo in there and maybe change the font, but the actual card pretty much has to remain the same. With Canva, that's completely not the case at all. You really can do almost whatever you want to the image. It's really just a starting point. So I made my cats a little bit smaller, but now, as you can probably see, they look a little funky. So and they look a little off balance. So if I just were to space them out, and space them evenly, and I can tell when they're even with this center line here, it still looks a little bland at the bottom. So I kind of like the idea of having the cats dance a little bit. And by that, I mean, just using that Canva rotation manipulation and just kind of putting them in different directions and having them lean and sit with each other. This one's already kind of lean and it's pretty cute. And then if I want to fit some more in there, what's nice as well is I'm not just stuck with what I've got. All I have to do is copy. So there's 2 ways to do this. You can right click on an element and that opens this window here and I can press copy. And then I can click anywhere in the box, right click again to paste. And then here's another identical little cat. Or if you're familiar with keyboard shortcuts, you can press Control C while you have the element clicked. Click anywhere, Control V, and there another one pops up as well. And as you can see, we ran out of room a little bit for a third little jingly cat, so we can just make them a touch smaller. That's what I really like about Canva is you really have the option to manipulate elements however you'd like, however you want to move them. If you've ever seen any of our library flyers that we do, we make them almost exclusively using Canva because you get so much design for so cheap and they have so many options. So now we've created almost a custom little border of kittens. And as you can see, we know that they're lined up because we see that line drags all the way, that pink dotted line drags all the way until the end of one of the kittens. So this kitten, that means it isn't lined up with the rest. So we'll go ahead and line it up with the rest of the kittens right there. So see the difference? If I lowered it, it matches to the bottom. If I move it too high, it matches a little bit, but I want it to match across the entire bottom row. And if I let it go there, that means the center of all of the kittens is on the same spot in the screen. Easy. So I didn't have to sit there and move them all up and move them down and try to guess it myself. I was able to use that center line to easily get them there. You can also, if you wanted to make an entire border just of kittens, you could do that too. That would be easy enough. You could simply copy and paste and just drag them all the way around. Another feature that's nice about Canva, but important to keep in mind, is when you copy and paste something, it's actually going to copy and paste it in the exact size that you choose. So I know that some programs and some software or Word documents, sometimes when you copy something and you paste it, the formatting is original. With this, so if we were to copy and paste this cat, see, it's the same exact size. It's not the original size of the cat. So it's important to remember that, because if you're going to be working with a lot of different elements, it's always best to size first before you start to duplicate, because then you don't have to continuously keep sizing. You can just size one and be like, oh yeah, that's a great size. And then paste all the way around. And then all you have to do is move them. You don't have to continuously keep sizing. So that's just something to keep in mind. So now I'm thinking, I want to put some photos in here. I want to bring your attention to the left of the screen, and we're going to talk about the different things that are here really quickly. So as you can see, we've got templates. That's what we're using now. And we can search different templates. So if I all of a sudden decided, this cat thing, it's not working out, I really don't like it, just pick something different. It's that simple. If I already had text here, if I'd already altered this text to say something else, say I wanted it to say, Happy Hanukkah, then if I were to have that there and I clicked on a new template, it would bring that text with me. So we have a couple different options here. First is uploads. That's where we're going to go in a second. That's where we can upload photos. As you can see on my account, I had already uploaded some photos of my cat, but we're going to go through it again. And then Mary Higgins Clark, because when she passed away, we did a Mary Higgins Clark display in the library. Down one more is photos. Photos in Canva means their own photo library. So it doesn't mean your personal photos. Those are going to be in uploads. Canva offers hundreds of thousands of photos that you can use for your designs. I'm sure you guys have all seen Shutterstock images, things like that, where you're like, you see the same. It's kind of usually those people in an office, somebody with a headset on, like talking kind of just simple marketing type stuff. Canva has a ton of those images as well. So if you didn't necessarily want to put your own image, but you wanted something kind of, let's say Christmassy, because it's right here to put on your card, you can simply click on Christmas, and you've got all different sorts of backgrounds to choose from as well that you could put on your card. This is also a good spot to note the difference between free and premium items. Like I said, Canva has plenty of free things to use. You shouldn't have to use anything paid to get what you want out of Canva. But if you desperately want a particular image that's paid, that it's a premium image because of the little crown here in the corner that says Pro when you hover over it. That's another reason why we at the library like to talk about Canva, because there's no surprises. I'm sure that you have all been in a situation where you're trying to, if you like to make customized things online, where all of a sudden you get to the end and you realize that it's about 10 times more expensive than you thought it was going to be because of hidden fees, or, oh, you did this and that's an extra this. Canva, it's either says free or it's got a crown, free or a crown. If it's got a crown, that means you will have to pay for it. And most of their elements are around the $1 range to use, but just so you're aware. Next, at the bottom, we have elements. Elements are really fun. Elements are things like the little cats here. That's kind of Canva's word for, you could call it clip art. That might be what you're familiar with. So you can see when I was testing out different cards to make, some I recently used are all little cute presents or different stuff, lines, shapes, frames. These are moving stickers, which are really, really cool, especially if you're doing social media posts. You can do charts, grids, all different sorts of stuff. Look at, they even have a coronavirus section. So if you wanted to say, have a clean holiday, and then you wanted to stick a little doctor on your holiday card, you totally could. That's a new section. That's pretty funny. But see, all I did was click on it, and look, he sticks himself right in there. I can move him around. I can put him however I want. And if I don't like him, I simply just press delete and he goes away, because we do not want a coronavirus Christmas. foliage, zodiac symbols. I mean, and if you take a look, these are all free. So they're not just showing you the premium stuff. There's lots of good stuff you can have. Camping rustic drawing. If you like to camp, if you are doing a camping invitation, or if you went camping this year and that's what you want to put on your Christmas card, you can have kind of a more rustic background, and you can put these cute little camping elements all over and kind of manipulate them. You know, you could have a little fire in the bottom border, and then little leaves and coffee cups, and you can really do whatever you want. So just to show you an example, if I wanted another cat in this image, I could just search cat, and I can stick any of these in the card. And again, these crowns mean those are the ones that I'd have to pay for. One down is text. That's where we can add new text or look at their text samples. I actually used this the other day. I made a Canva flyer. All it was it said the Carters, and I picked one of Canva's cool Halloween fonts and just downloaded it. And my friends that are getting married this upcoming April, they wanted to make a pumpkin with their soon to be both of their last names, and they used it as their template to carve out their pumpkin. So that's, I mean, there's a million things you can do with Canva. It's not just for cards. It's not just for, it's really becomes a one-stop shop for formatting. I'm sure if you used to use word art back in the mid 2000s, it was so cool because I had all the different colors and images and formats. And now word art is not as cool. Now when you click on word art, it's just kind of the same blocky blue shadow, and you have to do all the manipulating to it. That can be very frustrating. Canva is not like that. You simply see one that you like and you click on it. If we wanted to add this I'm dreaming of a white Christmas to our element, see, it's here, and the font is like that. So if I wanted this to instead say I'm dreaming of a happy holiday, simple as that. We didn't have to find that font. We didn't have to pick it. We just simply were able to use the template and type in whatever we wanted. So again, it's kind of that manipulation of elements that makes Canva really unique. Let me go ahead and make this small so I can grab onto it and delete it. So videos is next. That's where you can input Canva's small videos. Again, these are more for social media posts, or if you're doing like an Instagram story and you want to do some sort of like dramatic, you can have this, like, for example, this one's over a bridge. So you could like have, the shot hover over the bridge and then say, ah, yes, Cindy's Ubering system, however you wanted to do it. And it's totally free to use. Backgrounds, these are kind of cool. Backgrounds are where you can kind of change the background of a design. But what I like about the backgrounds is, again, what I like about a lot of Canva, just because you were to say change the background of this card, you don't lose the entirety of the template. And that's actually something that we are going to do is change the background of this card, because the shade of pink is unsettling to me. And then folders, you can have folders of your different items. So let's go back to uploads, because this is where we want to get our photos from. Now, to save time, I have already put the photos that I wanted onto my desktop on my computer. If you don't know how to do that, if you have a photo on Facebook or on your email, when you save the photo, you can save it to your desktop, and that'll be there for you. If you need any help with how to save photos to your desktop or how to get them off of your phone, just let me know. We can talk about that over the phone, or email me. I can try to send you some step-by-step instructions. But so device is going to be your computer, but you can also upload straight from Facebook, straight from Instagram, straight from Google Drive, Dropbox, which are those popular clouds sharing services. But like I said, I saved ours on our desktop. They're right here. So I'm just going to click on that one. See, it's already there. Do another one. And then I did change out the third photo because I took a really cute picture of my cat the other day and decided to add that to the presentation instead. So here we have our 3 photos that we just uploaded. And it's as simple as clicking on one and boom, it pops itself right into the card. Canva does not sponsor this video. I just want you guys to know, but it's something that we use so frequently, and we are so passionate about it because it is such a great free service that we love to share it with everyone. So all I'm doing is the same thing I did with those elements. I'm just going to make that picture a little bit smaller so I can fit more of them in there. I'm not going to worry about centering it or anything right now. I'm just going to kind of stick them all together. And then this one, as you can see, is sideways, and that's not really going to work for us. So what I'm going to do is first I want to make it smaller, but it kind of just doesn't look good with all these other portrait style photos. So all I'm going to do is take this little rotating symbol here, and I can just turn that photo right to its side. And it tells me when it's perfectly straight because it'll be at 90 degrees. So let's make these a little bit smaller. And again, as you can see, that line pops up to tell us when things are at the exact same height, that spotted line. But these photos, they still don't look that great together because they're all kind of different shapes, they're all kind of different sizes. So another feature that's really nice is when you click on a photo, you've got the 4 circles in the corners. That's how you'll make things bigger or smaller. But you also have these lines on the top and the side. Those will make your pictures just straight smaller. And I don't mean by shrinking them. I'm going to show you, I'm going to make this big so I can show you. Again, time and time again, when you use some other software to do these types of things, and have you ever, when you're trying to resize something, like say on a Word document, and you go from the top and you bring it down, and all it does is shrink the photo. It's still the whole photo, but now everybody looks like they're about this wide, and then your family will be mad because you sent that out on the Christmas card. Not with this. When you actually move it up and down, it just straight shortens the photo, which is a feature that seems so simple, but a lot of other sites don't do that. So again, we're going to match this back up. We'll get it matching the top of this one because I kind of like the shape of this one, and we'll get it to where it matches the bottom. And if we say, oh, you know, this one's a little bit wider, you can simply move the width and see. So the width is 1.5. Let's see what the width of this one is. 1.5. It tells us right there. So I'm going to click on that again so you can see it. I can't point, unfortunately, it's right in the middle of the screen. You can see that W:1.5. It's right under my cat's face in the middle photo. That tells you exactly how wide it is. So we know that these 2 photos now are the same width. We'll do the same thing with this one. Let's first get it to match on the top. See, I'm going to hold it here for a second. See, it's matched up there, not matched up here. See that pink dotted line will match it up with that top photo for us. And then we'll just slowly drag it up until it matches at the bottom, just like that. And then this one, let's see how wide we are. This one we are going. This one's height because we flipped it. We want height to be 1.5 as well. And just like that, we were just able to perfectly size 3 photos to the exact same size that quickly on this card to the size that we wanted. It's so easy. So we've cropped photos, we've manipulated elements, we've resized things. You know, if I were to come up to even myself and say, hey, I need to make a Christmas card, but it's going to involve, you know, taking a template and manipulating the elements and then uploading the photo, I would say, please give me 3 hours, especially using it on other free software systems. And it's crazy. If you do this regularly, which I know that some of you probably do, it's amazing how much this cuts your time in half. So we've done that. Now let's take a look at this background. So this, like I said, this shade of pink is a little rough on me. You've got the free types of backgrounds. Now, one thing I want to show you here is on the backgrounds, they don't have the crowns. They have just, it either says free or it doesn't. The different elements will have the crowns, backgrounds will just not say free. But again, it's very clear, if something is free on Canva, it will say free. You don't, you know, if it says free, it's free. So we can search all different sorts of backgrounds and see what kind of stuff we have. We could use space backgrounds, a yellow background, a rustic wood background. If you're somebody that's thinking about maybe doing that camping type holiday card, you could use this one that's really pretty, like planks of wood, almost like a cabin, and then throw some of those little fireplace elements in there. It would be so cute. People would be really impressed. Or up at the top here, you can choose a color. Now, what I really want to point out is this palette here. Canva automatically pulls out the colors in your design for you. So if you notice this dark blue here, that's the color of our font. These two teals are the color of the scarf on the kitten, and I think the little hat. The pinks and the reds are, again, the scarves and the lights. This light pink is, I believe, the document itself, and of course, black. So the Canva color palette is already pulled out for you. So if you really liked one of the colors, so say I was like, oh, I really want to match with the kitten's scarf, I could click here. It's horrible, but I could click there and pull out that color from all of the kittens. But as you can see, then my kitten's scarf goes away, right? Well, don't worry, because if you click on the kitten and look in this top corner here, the kitten's palette is also there. And what you can do is you can take the color that has been replaced and you can match it with a color that Canva pulls from your personal photo, or you can pick a different color and it would change the color of the scarf on the kitten. But we're going to leave the kittens alone. We don't have that much time to change all their colors. We're just going to worry about the backgrounds. So I'm going to search a background. Our pictures are a little bit on the lighter side. The kittens are really dainty. They've got fine lines, and so does the font. So I am going to go, as you can see, it's recent. I like a cream background, especially when I'm going to be sending something out. It's easier on the eyes. It's not as frustrating. So we have a couple different backgrounds here that kind of come up. Let's see what this one is. That one's cute. Use striped lines. Cream is is not necessarily a recognized color. It's just a color that I really like. And we have this one. So we can take a look at these cream designs if we have something that we like there. I personally fell in love with this really subtle chevron print. So that's what I chose for our sample card. But again, if you were looking for something, let's see, we can do dark. We could pick kind of a darker background. Here's a really pretty fireplace one. Makes the kittens look kind of neon and spooky. You can do something as simple as the word green, and you get all sorts of things. You get flat background colors. You also get, like this is a free one, this really pretty meadow. If you wanted to do this with just a big family photo here, and then, love the name of your family, think of how easy that Christmas card would be. But again, I really liked the cream with the small chevrons. So that's going to be the one that we stick with today. So we've changed the background. And now the one thing when I was looking at this, I have a perfect Christmas. I think they could have done better, because the obvious pun is have a perfect Christmas, right? Now, what's nice again is instead of me saying, oh, it says have a perfect Christmas, I have to go figure out what font they used and go upload my own word. You don't have to. You can just manipulate it right in and of itself. So we can literally simply click on the letters, backspace, and write perfect Christmas, just like that. It's that simple. And we could be done here if we wanted to, but we're not going to be done here because I also didn't love this font that much, because when I switched it to perfect, I thought the R's kind of looked a little weird. So now we're going to go into kind of our next section, which is about adjusting the font. This is probably a really important one. Most of you will probably know how to adjust font already, but this is just kind of going to be a brief overview of how to change a font, and also showing you a little bit about the Canva font offerings. So I'm just going to highlight this whole box because that's kind of the font we want to change. And then I'm going to click here where it says Moontime. That's the font that we are using now. When I click there, it's going to show you the different fonts. These top ones are my most recently used. You might have seen some of those in the Mary Higgins Clark photo, but you can just scroll down and browse. All the ones with little crowns are going to be the paid ones. All the ones without crowns are going to be free. There's so many different fonts, but let me show you what I think arguably is one of the coolest features of Canva. You can search by font themes. So you can search cute font and see little cute fonts. Like there's no other word for it. Little fonts that are sweet, have more rounded edges. You can search script. If you know you want something script, but you don't know which one it is, all of the script fonts right here. So if you have even the most basic idea of what you're looking for, so say I wanted to do a script font, I could click on this one and let's see what it looks like. It's humongous, but kind of cool, right? So if I wanted a script font, I can do that. I'm partial to calligraphy. So if we type in calligraphy, we can see all the different fonts that are considered calligraphy by Canva. There's all different sorts of types of font. Here's the Moontime font that we originally had. And we can just pick all different sorts. Let's see, we got Satisfy, which is always a cute one. I've used that one in a couple different cards before. But for this card, I really kind of liked this font, Selima. I just thought it was really cute. But as you can see, now our words don't fit. You think, okay, now I really got to mess with this. But again, the resize feature of Canva is great, because now all we're really going to do is stretch our photo so that it does fit on one line, because we want it to fit on one line. And then we can just drag it to line up again. We don't have to continuously, press enter, bring it back up to a line. I'm going to show you that again. If our words don't fit, as long as we get them back together on one line by making this as big as we need to, once it's there, all we have to do is take that corner and it moves all of it together. It's not going to shoot the word Christmas down to the bottom. It's not going to do any of that stuff that I'm sure you've all experienced working with Word or other types of softwares. I do want to change Christmas to holiday because I'm sending it to a bunch of different people. So we got have a perfect holiday. And again, I'm just going to take that and kind of drag it around until I see those lines that I'm looking for. That one right there, that solid blue line that tells me that that's exactly centered. And it's just that easy. And finally, the last step of any good holiday card is going to be, of course, putting your name on it. And you go, okay, well, you didn't leave yourself enough room. You're right. So we can do a couple things. I want to move my photos up a little bit because I really kind of want to put my name on the font, make sure all my photos are still lined up just like that. And then I'm going to add in a text box. So I'm going to go over to my left here and I want to add in text. And I'm going to add in a little subheading. And I want it to just say, love Amanda and Twy. My cat's name is Twy. So I want it to say, love Amanda and Twy. It's going to be about right here. And I kind of just want it to match the same font as up top. So what I'm going to do is have it highlighted. I'm going to open my fonts. Let's go back to the top. Get out of my search. And if I click here, Selima is one of the top options for me. So I can go into this plain font page and it's got Open Sans, which is what it has automatically. I can just click on Selima and it knows that that's the font I want to use since it's already in my document. And if I click on text color, again, it pulls the palette up right for me. I don't have to try to match the color on the top. I know that navy blue number 163057 is the exact match because Canva's pulled it. I just click on that and it's set to go. So now we have our finished holiday card. We love it, right? Everybody loves it. And now you say, okay, now what? what do I do with it? So it's as easy as one of the options up here. You can press share and you can simply take a link to your card and email the link out to everyone. It's not as fun. Or if you wanted to, like I said, because I want to show you the different option, you can print your card. Move my head out of the way on the Zoom. You can choose different types of paper, finishes, copies, envelopes, and you can purchase cards and Canva emails them to you. That's always an option. Or you can press this little download link here and you can choose what kind of format you want. Do you want a PDF, a JPEG, or a PNG? I'll just say a PDF because it's always good to have a nice PDF. I press download. It's going to get my design all ready for me. And look at that, it's right here in my downloads. So let me make my screen a little bit smaller for a second. I'm just gonna take it and put it on my desktop. And now there's my cat image. I can now go into my email, which I don't wanna open just in case anybody's emailed me something. I don't wanna show any personal email addresses, but I can now go into my email, send an email to my whole Christmas cards list, to all of my family, and just simply drag and drop it into the email and attach it. And everyone's going to have my Christmas card as a cute little attachment, and they can see it. And I can write a little note if I want to say, hey, you know, everybody, happy holidays. This is what I've been up to this year, et cetera, et cetera. If you are somebody that likes to send those newsletter type Christmas cards though, as well, Canva does have templates for that in the templates folder. If you go back to templates, let's get out of this one. And just instead of going onto holiday cards, you can look at different options. You can do it, like invitation is usually a good one, or you can just search. We do, so you can see. You can search newsletter, and there's tons of different newsletter templates as well that you can start with if you're somebody that likes to do that. But so we have our finalized Christmas card here. Again, let me just show you. So have a perfect holiday. Love, Amanda and Twy. I hope that this was helpful for you. I hope that you feel comfortable going onto Canva and making a card of your own, or a newsletter, or a social media post. Again, if you're somebody that has a small business, I would highly recommend Canva because it's free and you can make tons of different things for your small business in terms of marketing. And if you do decide to upgrade to Canva Pro, you could actually even put in your logo in brand colors, and Canva will save them in their own palette as well. But I hope that this was a helpful class for you. It was really fun to make the card. When I was trying to decide what kind of card to make, I wanted to try to hit up a lot of different elements. So like I said, think of all the things that we did today. We started with a template. We manipulated elements. We uploaded photos. We cropped photos. We messed with fonts. We added subheadings. And all of that we did in less than 1 hour with me just talking to you about it. So imagine if you were just to sit down and do it yourself. Think of how quick it would be to do these kinds of things. So I hope you guys enjoy it. I'd love to do similar classes to this in the future if it's something you're interested in. As always, if there are any classes that you are interested in, either for adults, kids, teens, whatever, let me know. Shoot me an email. I'm going to write my email again one more time, ref-causeway@sdpl.us. And I hope you all had a good time and have a great day and have a happy holidays. Bye.